Good morning. I'm T.A. Walker from WPTV News Channel 5.
And I'm Victoria Lewis, a digital producer for WPTV. Good morning.
Good morning. And it's new this morning. It's the first day of the fair. So I want to go out and add James Whelan in and Vicki Corris, who's the president of the fair. And James, it looks like you're already having a good time out there.
Oh, yeah. Good times for sure. Look at that. You guys see the big Ferris wheel behind me?
Yeah.
Most of it.
It looks like
half of it
now. It's Pac-Man. But you know what? When Tom and I got here, it wasn't even halfway built. And they're already, I would say, a little bit more than halfway built. So that they tell me that's going to be finished by tonight. I mean, you can see a bunch of people working on it there. They're putting one strut in at a time. It has over 500,000 LED lights. And that's a good draw right there. Also,
that is.
Look at this behind me here. The dragon. See, I made dragon friends this morning on the show. There's my buddy. There's my. Isn't he cute? It's a baby dragon.
Oh, it's got a diaper and everything.
That's awesome. Now, James,
when I was in my backyard, I want that in my backyard.
Over your pool.
Oh my gosh, that would be epic.
So James, you are at the fair now. I was there day before yesterday and it was 91 degrees and off that pavement it was so hot, but that's not the case for this weekend, right?
Yeah, I mean, what a change. Really a big change from what January is. You know, in January when this is usually going on, the temperatures are in the mid 70s. Sometimes it's even cold and you got to put a jacket on. I remember last time I went, it was cold and had to have a jacket. This time, yeah, not so much. We're looking at really warm weather. Let's go to the weather pilot here, and we're looking at, hey, there you are, KSNC. We do have warm weather, but not the excessive heat that you had, TA, the other day. We're not looking at the low 90s today. We're looking at the mid to upper 80s. And I think by time we get into the evening, which is by time everybody's going to probably start funneling in here, we're going to see the humidity drop. It's still pretty humid right now, but we're going to see that humidity drop, a nice northwest breeze, and we're going to have temperatures feel very, very pleasant with some dry air moving in behind that cold front. Katya made this graphic, too, if you can see the words on there.
Oh, fair weather?
Flying in, yeah. Few showers, but no funnel clouds today. I'm going to get some funnel cake here in a second. Cotton candy sunsets, too. You gotta love the cotton candy, right?
That's awesome.
So for the weekend, if you're planning on the weekend, really for opening weekend, they couldn't have picked a better weekend because, like you said, it could be hot. You were here 91 degrees. We're going to see temperatures near average for this time of year, which is 84. Plus, we're going to drop some of that humidity. Now, it's not going to be wintertime low humidity, but it'll feel nice. You'll definitely be able to tell in the evenings and in the mornings when the heat isn't quite on. So it should feel real nice. Mid 80s. And Mother's Day looks really good too. Maybe a little bit more humidity, but for the most part, it should be very pleasant if Mom wants to head out to the fair.
Hey, thanks, James. We appreciate you.
All right. See you later. See you at 11, TA.
And make sure you get that chili cheese bacon donut burger for our engineer.
Chili cheese bacon. I mean, there's everything here food-wise. I think we're going to go sneak a funnel cake, though.
All right, take it easy. I want to bring in Vicki Corris, the president and CEO of the South Florida Fair. Are you excited to actually have the fair back up and running?
Oh, TA, we certainly are. And I just love what James just shared with us about the weather coming up, because that sounds wonderful for fair weather.
Absolutely. There's the pig races this year, obviously. Those are always a favorite. Lots of rides, lots of attractions. You couldn't pay me to get on that thing, whatever that thing is. You have rubber duckies, games, and that's the one. That is a no-go for me. What are some of the unique things at this year's fair?
Well, one of the things that we have done is the indoor buildings will be open. So we do have the ice skating show that's happening 5 or 6 times a day. People will be happy to go inside and watch the show and cool off.
Right.
We also have, yes, we do have, as you said, the spectacular rides again. We've got a new stage that we've set up that has some different shows on it. And our outside entertainment is going to be not in a tent, but outside under sunshades. So we've got something going on all day long for everyone. I do want to emphasize that on weekdays, we do not open until 4. So normally we open at noon. So I want to make sure that your viewers know that is
that's good
a difference. Yes.
Have you gone over to Building 3 and seen Palm Break Gardens?
I have, yes. Yes. He has been working all over a week to get that set up. And so it is really something that's pretty incredible. And people are really going to enjoy seeing the exhibit that he's put together.
He thinks there's 25 million pieces of Legos on this 40-foot display. And as a Lego fan as a kid, this just really made me feel nostalgic. This is supposed to be the Palm Beach International Airport. That's the Space Jam ride. You can see the Ferris wheel he's made there. And look how inventive and creative all these things are that he's made out there. He just says he looks at an object and look at this. This is the shooting gallery. Like it's one of the games at the fair.
Yeah, and this is amazing.
Really amazing. Yes. And this is an elevator going up to the control tower at PBI. And that's his church.
Good work. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yes, and he gets frustrated, he says, when it doesn't actually work. And so that happens from time. This is a baby ward. This is a hospital. It's people waiting to get on an airplane. I mean, it's really, really creative. And he's really in.
That's basically how I build everything. I think about what it's like in real life and what it looks like. And then I find the pieces that I have in my stock. So what can I use to make it look like that? And then I, trial and error back and forth, and that's what I come up with.
Sorry, I had a little technical problem there. Now, have you seen the hypnotizing show, Vicki?
I have not seen it yet, so I'm anxious. This is the first time it's been at the fair. So we've had one in the past, but this is a different one. So I'm anxious to see the show, and it will be taking place on the world stage right outside the expo building. Some other new things that we have are.
Wait.
Oh,
We
okay.
have to stop there. Now, do either of you guys think you would be able to be hypnotized?
I was hypnotized a long time ago
Were you?
to quit smoking, and it worked.
I've only ever seen that on TV. I didn't know this was like a real thing that people do.
Yes.
Well, here's what happened to me at the fair this week.
Those two fingers are moving closer and closer. They're going to start drawing in like two magnets, drawing in closer and closer. Move. There you go. They're moving a little faster, moving a little closer, moving in faster and faster. The magnet's still pulling closer and closer. Whenever your fingers touch, you're going to literally become stuck together like glue. Somebody literally duct taped your fingers together, moving in closer, closer, faster and faster. Your fingers are now completely stuck together. The more you try to pull your fingers apart, the more it becomes stuck together. Come on, try to pull them apart. The more you pull, the more it's stuck together. Come on, try to pull them apart. Come on, pull them, pull them, pull them. Pull them. So in about 15 more seconds, I could have you laying on the floor. So stop right there before you actually pass out.
I literally could not move my fingers apart. I mean, you saw how quickly that happened. That was the start to finish of it. It was like, he's like, you're the perfect person that we want on stage. I was like, is that because I'm weak-minded or what?
Everybody can be hypnotized. It's just up on stage. It makes a difference of how fast we can do it. So I want the people who can come up and go under really fast.
So that would be me.
Wow, the human mind, that is just crazy.
Wow.
I would never have thought I would go under like that. At first I tried to fight it, and then I'm like, well, I need this for TV, so I didn't fight it anymore. And then you were telling us, and Vicki, you were telling us about other things at the fair. I cut you off earlier.
Oh, no worries. I was going to say, I hope you come be a part of the show during the fair under the hypnosis. It would work.
I'm not sure that I want to be embarrassed again. Well, congratulations on getting the fair back, Vicki. We appreciate you and your team and all the hard work you put into it and the impacts it makes in our community. So thank you.
Well, we certainly thank you, guys.
All right, take care. She's always so nice to talk to. I want to talk about something that happened on Fox yesterday. The governor made an announcement, right?
Yep, and that was only on Fox, despite our best efforts to get in there for you guys. He signed the new elections bill. That had been passed a couple weeks ago. Remember last week we had talked about like bills were starting to kind of pile up on his desk. Yeah. So we signed that yesterday in West Palm Beach at our own backyard. Yeah. But already that has been challenged in the courts. Pretty much what we expected. It's what we saw in Georgia and everything too. So we'll see what happens there and see if it really does impact 2022.
And so we decide as a news organization to send the nicest man in the world to get a comment from the governor. Yeah, he's just so nice. Matt Cesney. And here's what happened to Matt. I feel bad for Matt.
Where's our Governor was on national TV. It wasn't secret.
Ooh, look at that sass.
You could almost see his fingers snap in a Z formation there. Like,
I was like, geez, Governor. And then did you hear about this chicken wings shortage?
I did, and I can't believe that. It's
the Thirsty Turtle posted on its social media account that there would be no more happy hour pricing for wings because they cost too much to get right now, and there's a shortage. And so I talked to Cheney Brothers about that. They're a food distributor for many of our restaurants.
Is there a hot item right now that you're having trouble securing for your clients?
Yeah, the hot item right now is chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Yeah, that's the hot item right now. It takes many weeks to take a bird from hatchling to the time it gets processed. And with the economy opening up in all states and demand for chicken wings like it is, the poultry packers weren't adequately prepared to have enough product in the pipeline. So they're playing catch up now. They're trying to get caught up, and it's going to be a few more weeks until we have a adequate supply of chicken wings.
That's crazy to me that it takes that long. I was telling him right after that I have about 5 frozen packages that I've gotten a couple of months ago of chicken wings. And he's like, you should sell them to some of the restaurants.
But I heard that chicken bites are still like the same price because it's not technically the wing. So, there's still that alternative if you need like buffalo chicken bites for your fair food.
Exactly. Let's say hi to some people. This is Garrett. Good morning, Garrett. You're always checking in. Good morning, Justin from Michigan. Hello to you. Mark likes the monster trucks. I guess that's out at the fairground. Likes baseball too. Okay. Hello. Good morning, Cornelia. Good morning to you. Creamed Honey Company. Perfect timing in our little list. Good morning, TA. We're so excited to be part of your 5 things this weekend. Well, you are indeed. I went out to a bee farm, Victoria, off Bee Line Highway, and they are harvesting beer. They are harvesting honey to put in a new beer that Due South has, and
that's cool.
At ABC Fine Wine or Total Wine or ABC Liquor. And I just kind of want to show you what happened when I went out to the bee farm because it was so much fun and we really got to do some fun reporting.
And it's so pretty.
Saul Palmetto is in bloom, which is keeping Sierra's swarm of bees busy in her bee yard.
Hi, dolls.
She and her partner Al operate Palm Beach Creamed Honey in Palm Beach Gardens, appropriately located off Bee Line Highway.
So Due South Brewery in Boynton Beach gave me a call and said, we're looking for local palmetto honey to do a seasonal beer. And I was like, heck yeah, we've got Saul Palmetto.
For us, local ingredients are very important.
Sierra says you can spot Saul Palmetto blooms up and down PGA Boulevard.
Until you really look, you don't even notice.
Yeah. The flavor?
It's very rich and buttery. There's no bitterness to it. And it gives us an opportunity to scrape and taste.
The taste so good.
Talk about farm to table.
I know,
farm to
right?
Mouth.
Farm to mouth.
Small businesses collaborating.
This went from our farm here in Palm Beach Gardens to Due South Brewery, and now tonight everybody's going to get to taste it.
Available today at stores all over Florida.
Oh, this is so cool.
The honey in it, there's just this aromatic to it that's wonderful.
After working in the bee yard all day, being hot, being sweaty, to come inside, to have a nice cold beer, it's super smooth and light and refreshing. It's delicious.
Brown Distributing started delivering.
So that beer got distributed this week, and you can get it. And she's just the nicest, sweetest person, and she just loved having her product now featured in a beer.
That's so awesome. Made me nervous. Just like she just reaches into the bees. I'm like, okay, that's trust. You know what you're doing.
I had a bee keeper outfit on top because I realized it was really hot. It was 91 degrees the same day I went out to the fair. And I just have a problem with the bees near my face. I'm okay everywhere else. Like with the face, like that was where I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. They say thank you. You're welcome, cream honey. All right, let's move on to our next topic. This is some good news in the coronavirus pandemic.
Sure. So basically, the metric that we've been trying to reach since the beginning of the pandemic was hitting only a 5% positivity rate. And we've been double that, triple that during some of the worst waves. And now we are actually under 5% at 4.99, which is really what we want to see. We are still the highest in the US for the last couple of days for cases. But we're no longer the highest for deaths. We were that for a couple days until Wednesday. But it's a really positive sign of showing the progress there that we've gotten under 5%. That was always kind of the threshold that we were aiming for.
And you scared the bejesus out of me this morning with this story.
Okay, yeah. So, one, positive and then one kind of negative. So, here we're used to seeing kind of the SpaceX launches, right? Where the rockets, they take off and they have them now where they can land even perfectly on a platform. Well, it doesn't appear that the Chinese have that technology. They were sending a rocket up into space because they're building their own space station. But it was not, that part was not supposed to enter orbit. It did. So now it is orbiting the planet, but it is slowly coming down and out of orbit. We can't exactly say when or where it's going to land. Most likely in the ocean. Most likely a lot of it's going to be, it's a 10-story tall giant rocket, but most of it is probably going to be burned up when coming back. They have not been able to eliminate a lot of areas. Look like Australia and ironically China and Russia. They're all safe, but the rest of us are still in this window.
I saw your graphic on it when you sent your push alert out this morning at 7, and I was like, what? Do we have people working on these things?
They're working on it, but until it exits the atmosphere, they're just really not going to be able to triangulate exactly where it lands.
Excellent, excellent. Good to know. Wear your hard hat.
Keep an eye to the sky this weekend.
New this morning is the Summer Savings Pass is back for the 11th year. If you don't know what that is, you get in unlimited times, as many times as you want now through August 31st at Lion Country Safari, Miami Sea Aquarium, and Zoo Miami. The pass is $60 for adults and $50 for kids. And I'm sorry, if you're trying to entertain your kids all summer long, for $50 is not a price point I think that's out of reach. Let's just go to Lion Country.
It is a Zoo Miami ticket right there. I think that's pretty much the price.
That's pretty much right. And so they're trying to, really get folks to come out to their venues, and it's a lot of it saves a lot of money. So this weekend at the Palm Beach Improv is Damon Wayans Sr. And we've interviewed a lot of the Wayans brothers that are all funny. And let's take a look at our interview that we had this week. I have to hit stop. I have some video things I have to do. Sorry. Share screen, Chrome tab, share audio and comedy, share. There he is. And here's our interview. It's Damon Wayans playing at the Palm Beach Improv. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night, and 1 show on Sunday. And first off, what's up with the wigs in the background? I got to ask you.
I'm a cross-dresser. by night. No, this is like my little studio spot I got at my place, just to, I had to do something during the pandemic. So, to keep my mind busy and creative. So this is what I was doing, putting on wigs and stuff, trying to create characters.
That's awesome. So it's sort of like like the little skit characters, right?
Yeah, doing my little white chicks thing. Even though I'm auditioning to be in the White Chicks too.
You're auditioning. I think you can get approved. Yeah. It's so funny. We were just talking in the meeting I had before this, and they're like, "Bring up White Chicks." I'm like, "I'm not bringing up White Chicks. That's going to be an obvious."
Yeah. No, but that's my brother's stuff. But I mean, I was joking. But that I get confused. I think we all get bunched in as Wayans brothers. So it's what we've done is interchangeable. So it's cool. It's a feather in the family's cap, I think.
That's a good way to look at it, I think. We're so happy to have comedy back at the Palm Beach Improv. What does it feel like for you to finally get back out into the stage?
When I was first starting out in stand-up, I used to do prisons. And we would go to Chino State Prison and all these, and we'd perform. And before the shows, we were nervous. But as soon as you tell your first joke, the laughter that you get, it comes in waves, and it's because you have a captivated audience. They're literally starving for some sort of entertainment, and I get the same feeling when I do these shows. You know, like I was doing some shows during the pandemic, and now that we're coming out of it, people really not want to, need to laugh, and the laughter is bigger, and it's a better release. I think it's the tension. You know, comedy, all it is something to break tension, and there's been a lot of tension created.
A whole lot of tension. Have you had to change the content in your shows because of the pandemic, or are you kind of doing the same material?
I, you know, when I first started doing it during the pandemic, I was doing pandemic jokes, you know, talking about the mask and, you know, how stink everybody's breath is. And you thought it was the guy next to you at the desk. No, it's you, your salmon bagels. You know, I was doing, you know, that kind of stuff. But what I realized now is people don't want to, they don't really want to talk about that. We've been through it. Now just make me laugh. And what I had to learn is how to have the conversation. Like, you know, you can, you know, people go, well, it's PC culture. You can say anything. It's how you present it. And it's your tone. It's your, you know, it's almost like you have to be a child. You know, a child will ask you a question. Why are you bald? You know, and it doesn't have the same, I don't know. It's not like you take it personal. You just go, you explain why you're bald, you know, and it's okay. But when I think comedians have been going out and trying to preach their feelings as opposed to, I got a question. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Including the audience. And then it's like, they're not offended. They're just either part of the conversation or they're listening to your conversation, but they're not, you know, they don't take it personal. That's what I had to relearn.
I think you're right. People probably don't want to be reminded of the pandemic. I mean, today was the first day I didn't have to wear a mask. They rescinded the mask order in Florida yesterday. And I went into the gym and I was like, is this okay? Like, am I okay? So I guess your show will be one of the first shows without masks at the Improv that are required. I don't know if they're requiring them or not, but that's going to be a liberating feeling for people walking around for sure.
Yeah, because, you know, when you have masks on and people laughing, you can't, you know, it's like you don't see teeth. You just see eyes opening up and you go, I think they're laughing, you know, and it's better to see a full smiling face than this. You know what I mean?
Are you into social media? Because I always investigate I always go to every comedian's social media profile to see what they've been up to. And you've been dark for like 2 years.
Yeah, because I find it's social media. It's just mean. It's it's people thinking they can say and do anything they want to say because they're hidden behind their avatar. And for me, it's what I realize, it's not a good place to express yourself, because it's impulsive. You feel something and you say it and then you go, oh my God, I wish I didn't say that, And the other thing is with comedians, you can't understand tone, right? So when I type something, like I say Roseanne, when she said, what's the name? Looks like a monkey. You know what? I think if you heard her say it, it wouldn't have been as offensive. I mean, let me say this. It's not, you hear the rhythm and timing, right? Mm-hmm. I think it was offensive because it was typed and you go, what? It's just a statement. You know what I mean? So I'm not justifying her saying that Miss Jared looks like a monkey. I'm saying if you read Richard Pryor's act, if you just read it, it is the saddest thing ever. He was, raped as a little boy. He was, his mother was a madam. You know what I mean? It's just like when you listen to, if you read it, you just go, oh my God, I never want to meet this guy. But when you hear him breathe life into it, it's like, yo, that's brilliant. And that's the art of it.
It's funny. Richard Pryor was the first comedian I saw. I think I was like 8 years old. And the corporation IBM, do you remember IBM back in the day?
Yeah.
They decided he was a good act for family that day. The next year we got Bill Cosby. They realized what they had done. But yeah, you're right. Like the context matters, right? And you don't get that when, and I always akin it to people hiding behind their keyboard. Like you don't have to have mayonnaise behind your keyboard. I put out like a mini special yesterday. I spent all month on about restaurants and not being able to hire workers, and the comments that like this reporter's an idiot. That like it's just so you would never say that to me in person. Like why are you writing it on social media? So I get that. So we also are on Fox, and I was reading a rumor that you're one of the Masked Singers. Are you?
I couldn't tell you anyway. They'd kill me.
Right?
No, no. I actually have not done. I am not one of them. So you could scratch me off the list. I'm not.
Scratch you off the list.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, what do you want to tell us that I haven't asked you, or what's on your mind?
I just want people to come out and laugh. Get ready to laugh and have fun, and let's go back and do it like it was 1999. Party like it's 1999.
Or even 2019. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the Prince reference, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
No, you're absolutely right.
Hey, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for your time. You have a beautiful day, man.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
Yeah. I'm more convinced than ever that he is on The Masked Singer now. I'm pretty sure.
I know. We have the clip. Like.
And he made such a good point on like modern comedy. That was really insightful.
Yeah, I thought he was really super chill and super informative, and like it was great. He has 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night, 1 show on Sunday at the Palm Beach Improv, and there's a 2-drink minimum. And I know a lot of people are trying to get that VIP. It's $10 more. I think it's around $50. Most shows have sold out of that, so there's hardly any left. All right, I never know how to end this thing, but thanks for being here.
Have a good weekend, guys. See you later.
Take care.